A little girl puts poison in her stepmother's coffee, but the maid sees everything. She gets so scared that she drops a tray of fruit. The little girl quickly hides under the table. The woman, who has a secret love affair with a gardener, gets angry and says, "What is wrong with you? These fruits are very expensive. Pick them up right now." The poor maid nods and starts picking up the fruit. The little girl under the table quietly tells her to stay silent. The maid nods again. The woman then says to her boyfriend, "My love, go back to your work. I will check on my husband." She walks away. After the gardener leaves, the little girl comes out from under the table and says to the maid, "Look what you did." The maid gently says, "My child, what you are doing is wrong." But the girl warns her, "Just do your job. Don't tell my stepmother anything." Then she walks away. Later, the girl brings the poisoned coffee to her stepmother. Her father smiles because he thinks his daughter loves her stepmother very much. The stepmother takes the cup. Just as she is about to drink it, the maid quickly knocks the cup onto the floor. The little girl shouts, "I told you not to interfere." The stepmother sees the poison foam in the broken cup. She becomes scared and says to her husband, "Honey, I told you, your daughter wants to hurt me." The little girl quickly says, "Dad, she doesn't love you. I saw her with a gardener." But before she can finish, the stepmother pretends to feel dizzy. She says, "Oh, honey, I don't feel well. I think something is wrong." Then she says, "I think Damaris should be sent to study abroad. Otherwise, I can't stay in this house." The little girl cries and says, "Please, Dad, don't do this." But her father does not listen. He tells the maid, "Pack her bags. She is leaving today." The girl runs away in tears. The clever woman pushes her disabled husband's wheelchair and leaves. The maid sadly says to herself, "Maybe I made a mistake. I have to do something." She goes into the kitchen and takes out a small bottle of poison from her pocket. At that moment, the stepmother secretly sees her and starts watching. The maid puts poison into 1 cup of coffee. She marks the cup with a marker and brings both cups to the table. She puts the marked cup in front of the woman and the other cup in front of her boss. The woman is very clever. She picks up the poison cup on purpose. Then she drops her spoon and says, "Can you please pick up my spoon?" When the maid bends down, the woman secretly switches the 2 cups. Then she gives the poison cup to her husband. The husband starts drinking the coffee. The maid suddenly notices the cups and screams, "Sir, no!" The woman laughs and happily says, "Thank you, Dalila. You made my job much easier." The husband asks, "What are you talking about?" The woman smiles and says, "Goodbye, my dear. Soon I will own this house and all your money." Suddenly, the man acts like he is getting very sick. The woman becomes very happy. She calls the gardener and starts acting romantically with him. But this was all a plan made by the husband and the maid. They wanted to catch the woman with proof. The husband secretly records everything on video. When the woman turns around, she is shocked to see her husband sitting up healthy and smiling. She cries out, "How is this possible?" The maid says, "Because I told my boss the truth. The little girl was telling the truth. You only wanted his money. You also had a secret relationship with a gardener. We made this plan to catch you." After the truth comes out, the woman starts crying and says, "Please forgive me." The husband angrily says, "Enough! Get out of my house. Take the gardener with you." The woman leaves in shame and the gardener follows her. In the end, the husband thanks the loyal maid for telling him the truth in time and saving his life.